Hey survivors, welcome back to another video. Before we get started today, I want to shout out everybody, all of you all that have been supporting my channel and my views about custody and narcissists. I want to thank you guys so much. As you know, if you watch my past videos, I'm in the middle of a high conflict custody battle against a narcissist. So that's why I don't show my face on this channel right now. In the near future, I hope to, but you know how it is with narcissists. They will use anything, a piece of anything, and try to bring it up against you in court. So I never know if I'll go back. Well, I know I will go back, because narcissists, they're not going to stop fighting you until they win and they get what they want. So right now, I'm pretty sure the narcissist wants to win, wants to win. So I'm pretty sure it'll never stop. So another thing I want to mention on Instagram, if any of you all do like Instagram, feel free to follow me, because I may end up doing some live videos on Instagram sooner or later. I think that's I feel more comfortable with Instagram. So if you all do like Instagram or Twitter or whatever you like, Facebook, just reach out to me. And if you all have any questions, or if it's anything I can help you with, or any advice I can give you guys, just don't be scared to reach out to me. So anyways, in today's video, I want to talk about the narcissist sister-in-law, the covert narcissist. And this is close to home for me, because obviously I'm making this video for a reason. I do obviously my sister-in-law is a covert narcissist, and I'm going to tell you about these individuals. They are very damaged individuals, just like other narcissists, all the same, but they're going to try to inflict pain on you emotionally. This is more of an emotional thing, to play with your feelings, the way you feel inside. The female narcissist is empty inside, is very empty, hollow. So they do a lot of their attacks subliminal comments. They're passive aggressive, and that's hard for a lot of people to really understand, because they make you feel so bad. They make you really feel bad. And if you're empath and you just don't like that toxic energy, that energy waste, it's a waste and a pull of energy, then you'll understand that you're dealing with a narcissist, because they will they will suck the energy from you. So I'm going to give you a good example about how I first figured out she was a narcissist. I'm gonna give you a few examples. The first one, unfortunately, my brother-in-law passed away last year, and we were at the funeral. Everybody was at the funeral, and she was there at the burial grounds. When it's her turn, when it's everybody's turn to give their speech or whatever about the person. And she called her other brother. She has another brother, which is my brother-in-law. She called his the lady that he has a child with, or some of you may call her baby's mother, whatever you want to call her. But she called her sister-in-law. During her speech, she said something to the nature of, I was on the phone with my sister-in-law when this happened, and I'm so sad. And she was just crying, and I was stunned that she said that at that time, just using a situation to attack me, because obviously this lady is not her sister-in-law, because my brother-in-law is not married to her. But just to do that, I already knew she was a narcissist. I said, this is very mean emotionally. It was a way to make me feel like crap. So she, and she was triangulating me against the other girl, pitting me against the other girl. That's how I felt. So she gave her speech in front of everybody, and she called this lady her sister-in-law in front of everybody. So I knew it was a emotional attack, and I was just like, wow. Really? So female narcissists are cold, and they're calculated. Obviously that was planned in her mind to do that. It was very cold, very calculated. Everybody's mourning the loss of someone, and you took that time out of your day to be shady and emotionally bully me. Female narcissists like to test you. They are they're cold, they're calculated, they're emotional bullies. They're gonna throw emotional jabs at you. And actually this particular narcissist, my sister-in-law, is a therapist. So how ironic, you are supposed to be helping other people with their issues, and that's the type of field that you committed to and you went to school for and you studied, but you're actually a miserable hater. You actually can't help anybody because you have so many issues yourself. And let me know if y'all know any therapists that are narcissists. And this is hard for a lot of people to accept, but you're going to have to accept it, because narcissists can be anybody. It doesn't matter. They can be a family member. They can be, co-workers, classmates. They can be anybody. So we all have to understand that they are everywhere right now. So the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because, I told you guys that I know a few narcissists. I don't know why they are attracted to me, or whatever the case is. It's bizarre. But yeah, this is my story. So when you're tested by someone, just ask yourself this. Ask yourself a few hours later, or even a few days later, if you feel emotionally drained, if you feel emotionally weaker, if you feel confused, frustrated, just a lack of confidence. If you feel like this, I would say just follow your heart, because if you don't normally feel like this is not the type of person you are, then you pretty much know that the person you were dealing with did this to you. They were playing, emotional games with you. And you have to think about the people around you in your life. If you feel this way every time you leave from their presence, if you feel this way, that's a key sign that they're a narcissist, because they're very subtle. They're very they're very shady. They like to jab you and make you feel insecure, because that's how they feel. They are very insecure, jealous, and bitter. So they like to jab you and play with your emotions and just hurt you. Just because they feel I feel like they feel like they're in competition with you. Even if you didn't want to be in competition with them, or even if you didn't even know you were in some type of competition with them, they are still going to test you and compete with you. In my case, I'm married to the covert narcissist, my sister-in-law, to her brother, and I guess she feel like she has to compete with me or whatever, So moving on, just follow your heart, guys. If you feel drained, if you don't feel right about this person, because you shouldn't have all these feelings. You should feel, your normal self, whether you're, normally a happy person, you're normally a peaceful person. But if this person is disturbing your inner peace, then it's a big red flag that they're a narcissist. If you don't feel good being around them, it's a good sign that they're a narcissist. So anyways, moving on to the female covert narcissist. In my case, don't take any advice from these people, any marital, finance, or career advice, because they don't need to be giving anybody any type of advice. They are horrible people inside. They don't care. They are trifling. They want to get all up in your business. They have this fake positivity going on with them. They want to be fake positive. They'll say anything. They're very tricky. They do get tricky. I'm not gonna lie. They'll say, "I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of that you for this or whatever." But they're just fake. They're just doing this to find a different way to get back in. If they feel like you're changing and you figure them out, they'll switch their methods up. But these ladies are hurt. They're lonely people. They're hurt inside to the core. They got a black heart. They're very sneaky. And what they end up doing is projecting their emotions and their drained energy onto you. So you can't be around them and be happy. So even if it is around the holidays, which is, in my case, that's the only time I really have to see this person because they live out of state, it's still very draining. I would say do a 5-minute rule. Stay around them, be nice, be kind, and then get away from them after 5 minutes. Find something to do or whatever. So, the female sister-in-law, covert narcissist, is going to try to come in between your marriage somehow. She's going to try to offer advice, going to try to, and if you're a male, then your sister-in-law is this narcissist. Either way, whether you're male or female, they're going to try to come in between you and your spouse somehow. They're going to tell you things that they feel like you don't know about your spouse, or they're going to keep on offering advice. And in a lot of cases, they're not even married, but they're offering you advice. And that's a really wild thing. So you got to be careful. Don't take advice from everybody. Sometimes you should take advice from people that, have experienced what you experience or what you're dealing with. So be careful, who you take advice from. They try to find a way to be in between your marriage, though. It's just really weird. They have to insert themselves in between you and your spouse somehow. They'll take a situation, like I said, that they feel like you're dealing with. If you're a student, like in my case, the female sister-in-law narcissist will try to say, oh, well, they'll try to give you a career advice and things of that nature, or they'll try to, and it'll end up belittling you. They know exactly what they're doing. They'll belittle you. They'll say, oh, if you're going to school to be, a lawyer, they'll say, oh, I know a couple of lawyers, and they did this and that, and and you're in school, you're not even there in your professional field yet, so they will just really belittle you and try to make you feel insecure about being a student. Anything, they'll try to make you feel insecure. They are really envious, really jealous people, so you cannot trust a jealous person. They just carrying that. You can never trust a jealous person. So once you find out and you feel this way, I would say just stay away from them as much as you can. They're not kind in their spirit. I'll give you another example of my situation. My sister-in-law sent me a job alert, a text message, and that's when, my spouse had to intervene because it was just so mean and tasteful. I never asked her to look for a job or anything for me. I knew at the time, I'm in school. I never asked her to do that. So she sent that to really be funny, be mean, and subliminal. They take things into their hand, and you just find it so weird. But they like I said again, don't trust them. If it was a normal person doing this, then you would know their heart. But if you already got a feeling that they're not being nice, then go with that feeling, because that follow your heart. Your heart doesn't lie. These females, they are, they want to be the friend, the supporter, the counselor, but all they are just, they're weak, they're insecure, shady. They will try to destroy your confidence. That's what it's all about. They have this way about getting into your business. That's another thing that you got to watch out for. They'll get into your business and you know very little about them. You don't know much about them, but they're all in your business. They have to know everything about you and give you advice. They're not transparent. You really don't know anything about them other than them, telling you what they want to tell you. They're very good doing this through conversation. They're very good at just talking about you instead of talking about themselves. So you got to watch out for that. So here's my last example of how I figured out she was a narcissist. Triangulation. She used her, my brother-in-law, which is her brother, the lady that he had a baby by. She was telling me, we were just conversating on the couch because she comes in town for the holidays. She was just telling me through conversation. We weren't even talking about her. So that's why I said you can't even really conversate with them, because they attack you through conversation. They'll start a friendly conversation and then they'll start throwing things in there. She said she's a professional woman. She has 2 degrees. So obviously if I'm in school at the time and I don't have my degree yet, obviously she was, slapping me in the face. You know what I'm saying? Just telling me, talking about her, talking about how she loves her so much, and that's my sister. She's a nice person. She was throwing jabs through the conversation, so you can't even talk to them in a friendly conversation for too long. Yeah, so it's that bad. They are they're childish, they're fake, they're not your friends, and they're insecure. They use friendly conversation again. So just keep up with the 5-minute rule, and if you want to do less, that's perfectly fine. You don't That's perfectly fine. See, these people, they'll be sweet to you one minute, and the next minute they're advocating for something non-traditional relationships or supporting something modern. They will bash you if you're married, and they'll find out a way to compare you to something that's modern or untraditional. So we had to talk about some of this stuff. I had to actually talk to her, and she gave me a fake apology. I just didn't feel like it was sincere. I just said, yeah, it's not sincere. So she did tell me about the job alert thing that she sent me about somebody hiring. She said, well, I do that for all of my friends. I send all of my friends job alerts. I just thought that it would be nice to do that to you, but I won't do it anymore. So she's a fake person, just hateful. So I would say use the same techniques, that we've been using for the other narcissists, because they are hateful people. Go no contact or hybrid contact, and it's sad because this is your sister-in-law, but you can't really have a healthy relationship with them. So you don't have to deal with them, especially if y'all don't live in the same city or the same state. So yeah. Do y'all believe your sister-in-law is a narcissist? I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.